Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to go ahead and macro here inside of Garden Horizons, meaning that you can get seeds, gears, money, all of this stuff offline while you AFK. And this is a very, very beneficial, overpowered method. Now, if you want to make a lot of money, it's very good. And also, if you want to get rare seeds, instead of having to use a stock tracker, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to get whatever you're setting out to get. Yeah. Anyways, before I get into this video, if you guys do want to be entered in my cherry seed giveaway, all you guys have to do is leave a like on this video, comment your username down below, and do make sure you hype the video. You can see on screen how to hype the video, but make sure you, of course, you do hype the video. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into how exactly you can set up this grow a garden or Garden Horizons macro. You can actually use it for both. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So the very first thing you want to do is head over to the link in the description below. It's going to take you to this website, and it's going to basically say how to use macros in Roblox, create AFK farms. Basically, all you have to do is scroll down. You will see one of my other videos, which kind of goes more in detail on how to use this, but I wouldn't watch that. I would just continue watching this video because this video is already pretty much covering everything. Scroll down until you find this link right here. Go ahead and click on that, and then go ahead and download it. Now, there is something special that I'm going to show you that a lot of other videos aren't going to show you when it comes to setting up this macro. That way we can actually farm money off of it. So it's going to be a little bit different than your normal macro tutorial. It's going to be more in depth, more advanced, but also, again, we're going to have the beginner kind of stuff in the beginning. So I'm going to go out of full screen, and I'm going to pop open TinyTask. Once you've downloaded it, this is what you'll kind of see. You're going to see this open box, save box, recording box, play box, exe box, and your preferences box. Okay. So the very first thing that we need to modify is preferences. Oh, wow, this is glitched. First thing we need to do is modify preferences. Go ahead and modify the continuous playback and make sure it's turned on continuous playback like so. You can turn on always on top if you like, but that's up to you guys. I'm going to just leave always on top. So if I click off, I can still see, and you guys can kind of understand. I usually turn always on top off because it's kind of annoying to have. Anyways, the very first thing you want to do is make sure you go to your garden, click on your garden. Usually what I do is I set my camera view up like this, where it's kind of up overhead view. Now, if you save this macro later on in the video that you've created, do note whenever you join in the game, again, you're going to need to set your camera view up like this, teleport right back here by clicking your garden, and make sure your camera view is from top down or however you set it up when you were recording. So basically, just make sure you use this top down or whatever view you use every single time. Anyways, the next thing that you guys want to go ahead and do with TinyTask is look in your playback hotkey. Right here, you're going to see it says a recording hotkey, Control-Shift-Alt-R, which means this is going to record our movements on screen. So whatever we press, it's going to record that. Then we have the playback, which is going to play it. So if you click Control-Shift-Alt-R, it's going to start the recording. If you click Control-Shift-Alt-R again, it's going to stop the recording. You can obviously change this to these keybinds right here. Same for the playback. You can also change it right there. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. And this is where you can set up the macro to do kind of a variety of different things. The very first thing I'm going to show you is how to make a basic seed shop macro with TinyTask. Now, do note, before I get any further in this video, I will have a far more advanced macro coming out. I have got word that there is one being developed, so there's going to be a far more advanced one, potentially with webhooks and a bunch of other cool stuff that will kind of notify you what seeds you've bought, all this cool stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe, stay tuned, because I will be posting a video on that when it comes out. All right, anyways, click Control-Shift-Alt-R. We're going to start the recording, and the very first thing I wanted to do is teleport to the seed shop. Now, once we're in the seed shop, we want to click E right there, and then we want it to scroll all the way up in case it hasn't already. And then after we've done that, I'm going to scroll down, and let's say I only want to buy the cabbage and cherry seed. I'm just going to click buy, even though it's out of stock, and I'm going to buy the cherry seed, even though it's out of stock. Then when you're done, make sure you scroll all the way back up to the top. That way it is basically reset. Then we're going to go ahead and walk down. I kind of recommend just doing like a slow motion like this. That way you know you get to the shop, talk to Molly, and then go ahead and buy again whatever you're trying to buy in the shop. I could just go ahead and click buy on this, but I'm not going to. Then when you're done, make sure to scroll all the way back up to the top. Go ahead and X out. Now, let's go ahead and click back on our garden, and then I'm going to click Control-Shift-Alt-R. Now, theoretically, if I go to preferences and I'm going to put it back on always on top. I do Control-Shift-Alt-P. It's going to go ahead and click on the seed shop. See, again, it's recording exactly what I did. So I didn't instantly go to it. And then it's going to go ahead and buy whatever's things I bought in the seed shop. So if I buy, I don't know what I bought, honestly. I don't think I did buy anything. But if I click on, I don't know, do I click on carrot seed? I was kind of just talking for a second. I click on corn. If I want to buy corn, I can go ahead and click buy on corn. If I want to buy onion, I can go ahead and buy onion. Now, as you can see, it looks to be a little messed up, mainly because I didn't scroll all the way back up correctly. Now it's going to go ahead and walk and move me down all the way over to this shop right here. It's going to go ahead and open it, and then it's going to go ahead and buy this if I need to. Now, one thing to make sure is that you do click off of whichever one. So as you can see, I didn't click off that, so it's going to mess up my next one. So when you are done, make sure you click back off of the thing. That way it doesn't break your whole macro and it's still able to buy stuff. And boom, now it's going to go continuous playback and basically just do this whole cycle over and over and over again. Now, a lot of people are wondering, how can I farm money and buy seeds and gear all at the same time, which is what I'm about to show you. Now, again, it gets a little bit more complicated the more steps you put into it, and you have to be more specific and delicate with what you're doing. So I'm going to stop the recording or the playback, and I'm going to go back to my garden. So we have this TinyTask thing saved right here. Now, if you do want to export these and save them for yourself, that way you can use them and you don't have to create a new recording each time, be my guest, you guys can go ahead and do that. Now, how do we create a auto farming macro that will automatically farm all of these and also farm that area over there, buy seeds, all of that, and then also sell everything? So the very first thing I'm going to do is going to set up our camera again, like we did originally the first time. Set your camera up. Then you guys are going to want to go ahead and basically start the recording. So Control Shift Alt R. Then the very first thing I'm going to do in this recording is click on the seed shop. And again, I'm going to do basically what we had last time with the seeds. And again, when you're done, let's say I'm only buying carrots, make sure you click off and scroll all the way back up in the recording. That way it's going to do it properly. Then we're going to move over here. We're going to buy, let's say, the watering can. Then we're going to click off of it. Make sure we scroll all the way back up and then go ahead and click X. Now, the next thing, now that we really want to start harvesting, we're going to click on your garden. Then we're going to move down this area. Now, obviously, I can only like harvest certain stuff. So I'm going to go there. Then I'm going to click back to my garden. Then I'm going to go over and I can do the path finding. Like if I want to make a move over here and start harvesting these, I can. We're going to go back to the garden. Then we're going to go over here, harvest these. I'm not going to actually harvest these because I'm trying to get the mutations on them, and so on as far as you possibly need to go. Then once we're done with that, we're going to go over to the sell. And as you guys can see, we're going to go ahead and click on this. I want to sell everything. Big spender coming through. So we just got some money. Then we're going to teleport back to the garden and stop the macro. And it's just stopped up there. Now we can go ahead and play this macro back through, and it's going to automatically make us money. So it's automatically going to farm whatever we have set up. Now, if you really wanted to go super in detail, in depth, you could get it to literally buy carrots, place them down, and harvest them over and over and over and over and over again. If you're really, that dedicated to a macro, you could definitely do that. But for kind of stuff like that, that's where I would kind of just recommend waiting for a more advanced macro to come out. That's just my personal opinion. There is going to be a more advanced macro coming out, I believe, very soon. So again, do make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for that macro when it comes out, because I know a lot of people have been asking me. But boom, it's going to go over and harvest it. You can see exactly what it's doing. It's going to go over and harvest it. And up there, you can see in the corner, the little time lapse. It's going to walk over here, harvest all of this. Then once it's harvest this, it's going to go over here if I decide so. And then it's going to click, walk, run over here. Going to harvest anything over here. And same thing over and over again. So very overpowered. You can get it to auto harvest your stuff. You can get it to place stuff if you go into enough detail. But boom, now he's going to go ahead and sell. I want to sell everything. Boom, sells, and we make what? I don't know how much money. Probably like maybe 1,000, probably less. Yeah, 1,000. But boom, and it's going to automatically do that. Buy more seeds, sell, buy. So it's a very overpowered macro. If you guys did enjoy this video though, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to help out the channel a ton. We are so close to 200,000 subscribers. I would appreciate if you guys did go ahead and subscribe. Helps the channel a ton. It means the world to me. That's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video.